To truly understand attraction in today's world, it's essential to dive into the concept of energetic polarity, specifically, the dynamic between masculine and feminine energy. These two forces are the foundation of magnetic chemistry. And here's the thing, no matter your gender, we all carry both energies within us. But if you're not leading with one primary energy, if you're constantly in a state of balance between the two, the distinct, electric polarity that sparks attraction can get lost. Especially if you're looking to attract a masculine partner, tapping into and expressing more of your feminine energy becomes incredibly important. How do I know this? Because I've experienced it firsthand. In my own dating life, I naturally show up with more masculine energy. I lead, I initiate, and I plan. But I found myself attracting partners who were also leading with masculine energy. These women were strong, driven, and beautiful, but when two dominant masculine energies come together, it often creates friction instead of flow. We'd clash or simply lose the connection. Everything shifted when I started to understand the power of energetic polarity and how to consciously lead with either energy depending on the situation. Learning to embody and honor these differences changed everything for me and for my relationships. So today, let's talk about 3 powerful ways to embrace your feminine energy so you can draw in the kind of healthy, masculine man you're seeking. The kind of man who's clear, grounded, takes the lead, and shows up with purpose. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and don't forget the little bell, because we're here every day bringing you insights to empower your love life. Let's get into it. Number 1, feel your body. Masculine energy is all about the mind. It's thought-driven, logical, and future-focused. It's the energy that lives in the headspace, always strategizing, always planning. In contrast, feminine energy is rooted in the body. It flows with emotion, thrives in presence, and is deeply connected to the here and now. One of the simplest ways to shift into feminine energy is by relocating your awareness from your thoughts down into your body. Let's try it together. First, bring your attention to the crown of your head. Just notice it. Feel that you can actually become aware of the very top of your head. Now slowly guide that awareness downward, all the way to the soles of your feet. Sense the contact with the ground, the feeling in the center of each foot. Now shift your focus to your belly button. You probably weren't even thinking about it a moment ago, but now you can clearly sense it. This is the power of awareness. It can move. It travels through your body like a beam of light, and where it rests affects how you show up energetically. Most people, especially those with dominant masculine energy, tend to ride high up in the head, lost in thought, focused on doing, planning, and achieving. That's fine when you're in action mode. But if you want to awaken your feminine energy, your presence, your feeling self, just bring your awareness down. Move it to your heart center, right here in your chest. Take a slow, deep breath in and exhale. Feel that? You're in your body now. You're in the now. This simple shift, out of your head and into your body, is a powerful way to awaken feminine energy. And as you do that, you naturally become a magnet for masculine energy. It may sound subtle, but it's transformative. Number 2, enjoy receiving. Learning to enjoy receiving is often one of the most uncomfortable shifts we can make, especially if you've been wired to prove your worth. If you're on a journey to deepen your feminine energy, it's important to remember this: feminine energy is receptive, while masculine energy is about giving and providing. Many people, especially those who carry the belief that they are not enough, find themselves slipping into provider mode. Why? Because giving feels like a way to prove your capability, your value, and your worthiness. You think, if I do more, they'll see I'm enough. I remember a time when I was dating someone incredibly beautiful and magnetic, but very much operating in her masculine. At that time, I hadn't fully stepped into my masculine energy, so I naturally led with more feminine traits. So of course, our energies clicked, but clashed too. One morning, I went to her apartment to take her to the airport. I walked in, saw her 2 heavy suitcases by the door, and offered, "Hey, can I grab those for you?" Without missing a beat, she said, No, I've got it." She picked them up herself and marched down the hallway. I followed behind her, empty-handed, watching her drag her own bags all the way to the car. And all I could think was, she's not letting me give. She was so focused on showing she could handle it all on her own, she left no space to receive. That memory stayed with me. But what really shifted my perspective came from a mentor early in my 20s. We were grabbing lunch one day, and as we pulled through the drive-thru, he asked me what I wanted. I told him. When we got to the window, I reached into my wallet to pay for my food, and he said, "No worries, I've got it." I insisted, No, I'll pay for mine," and he just looked me dead in the eye and said something that stuck with me ever since. Receiving the gift honors the giver. And that line hit me deeper than anything else. It reminded me that receiving isn't weakness. It's presence. It's trust. It's love in action. Receiving the gift honors the giver. And I accepted he offered me lunch, and I allowed myself to receive it. It wasn't just a meal, it became a lasting experience, a reminder of a deeper truth about masculine energy. When a man offers something, whether it's a lunch, a favor, or his time, what he's really seeking is the chance to give, to provide, and to be appreciated for it. That's where feminine energy comes in. Feminine energy creates space for giving to happen. It receives with openness and with joy, and in doing so, uplifts the masculine. So lean into that. Start noticing the little things you can receive daily, someone holding a door, offering help, or paying you a compliment. Say yes. Practice receiving with grace and sincerity. You'll notice a shift. Watch the way a man lights up when his offering is received fully. There's a power in that moment, it's a quiet celebration of connection. Number 3, magnify your allowing. Now, if you notice, receptivity, embodying the present moment, and then allowing are all feminine attributes. These are all feminine practices. Masculine energy wants to control and wants to direct the energy. Masculine energy says, here's the plan, here's the strategy, and here's what we're doing. I'm going to control and direct. And again, this isn't male or female. You can be a woman with masculine energy or feminine energy. You can be a man with masculine or feminine energy. But the practice that you're engaged in amplifies one energy or the other. If you want to amplify feminine energy, practice allowing. What that means is you take your hands off of the controls. Which can be very, very difficult to do, especially if you're type A, if you're a driver, or if you're an entrepreneur or a business owner. Because how you create success is through control. How you create success is through dictating and directing how it's going to be done. But if you notice the most successful leaders, the most successful people have learned how to do both. They learn how to direct their energy, share a vision, and then release control. They have to be willing to empower teams. They have to be willing to empower other people, because there's no way they can get it all done themselves. The better that you can release control, which is a feminine energy, the more success that you can create in your life and in relationships as well. So when there's a plan coming up, he's going to take you on a vacation or he's going to plan a date or whatever it may be, notice the urge to jump in and control the result. Notice the urge to jump in and inspect or micromanage. All of that energy is that masculine energy. Release it and just say, okay, I'm going to receive what you're creating. I'm going to allow these things to happen, and I'm going to go with the flow. That comes right back to being in the present moment. That comes right back to being centered. Here's a quick story of this. There was a woman who went on vacation with her boyfriend. They went to Hawaii. And she was really working on being in her feminine energy, and she was in her body. They arrived in Hawaii, they rented their car, they're driving to the hotel, and her boyfriend is listing all of the itinerary for that week. Honey, Monday we could go scuba diving, Tuesday we could do this, we could do ATVs, we could do all this stuff, and we could go to the beach and blah, blah, blah. And she puts her hand on his and says, babe, look at the ocean right now. And he stopped talking, and he looked at the ocean, and it was gorgeous, and there was a beautiful white sand beach, and there was nobody on it. And she goes, can we go take a walk on that ocean right now? And he was like, sure. He pulls over, and they both get out of the Jeep, and they walk down into the sand. They've got their toes in the sand, and she's just feeling this moment and the wind in her hair and the sun on her face. And he is enamored with her, not just her beauty, but her energy. She was able to drop him right into this present moment to experience and receive the beauty and the power of that moment. And he took her in his arms, and he kissed her, and he was like, "I love you so much." Like, it was so amazing. What did she do in that moment? She embodied her feminine energy, she brought him right into the present moment, and often that's such a gift for the masculine. It's such a gift for the masculine to be with a woman who is in her feminine, who knows how to bring him into the beauty of the moment, the presence, the joy, and what this day has in store. So, feel your body, enjoy receiving, and magnify your allowing, and that helps you dial up your feminine energy, and it becomes incredibly attractive to the masculine. My question for you is, what practices have you found help you anchor and dial up your feminine energy? Go ahead and post those in the comment section below. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.